What's up guys, CubesMan here. Today I'm going to show you how to solve a Pyraminx. And solving a Pyraminx is actually really easy and you don't need to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube to solve this. So the first step to solving a Pyraminx is to solve these tips, which you don't really need a brain to do. So basically you just rotate them into place until the colors line up and match. And there you go, the tips are solved. And you can solve the tips at any point in the solve, and we'll just solve those first so it's easier to recognize things. And the second step is to solve the centers into the right spot on one side. We'll start with yellow, so we'll find the corner that doesn't have yellow on it, which is right here, and we'll put that in the back. And now we'll rotate these sides, because this yellow is already in place, so we'll rotate these sides till yellow's there, so that yellow's there, and then that yellow's there, so all the yellow centers are now solved. The next step is to solve all the yellow edges and put them in the right spots in this bottom layer. And first we have some yellow edges up here. Let's go with this green edge. So the yellow and green would need to go to the green side. So you'd rotate it until you see that it's green, and then you'd rotate it so that yellow's in front, and then you do these 4 moves, which is really easy, and that's called a sledgehammer. Next we'll do the red edge, and that will go in this spot right here. And sometimes if the edge is on the left side when you rotate it over, you'll have to do a reverse sledgehammer, which is this. You basically just do it, but it's on the left side. And here we just do the same thing with blue. And then your first layer is solved. Now sometimes you'll get edges that are in the wrong spots on the bottom layer that are not on the top layer, like this for example. These two are wrong, and that's really easy to fix. You just do a sledgehammer over that edge, and then it'll take that edge out, and then you can move it to the right spot, and then do the same thing here, like that. And same thing if you have a flipped edge, you just sledgehammer, move, sledgehammer, and then you got it. The next step is to solve the last layer, and first you'd basically rotate it until these centers match. So there you go, now these centers match. And there are 3 cases that you can get on the last layer. And first we'll start with this case. So basically if you have this band of edges that are all oriented correctly but need to be rotated one spot there, basically if they need to rotate counterclockwise, you do this algorithm, and then the Pyraminx is solved. And an easy way to remember that is by looking at the edge that comes out. You take it out, move it to the back, and then put it back in. But it's still pretty easy to remember just by doing RU, R prime, U, RU, R prime. And if this band of edges needs to rotate counterclockwise, like that, if that needs to go there, you do R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. So that's pretty easy to remember. And the second last layer case you can get is if you have 2 flipped edges, and the algorithm to solve this is R, U prime, R prime, U, and then a sledgehammer to put that edge back in, and then it's solved. An easy way to remember it is to take out this edge, put it in the back, and rotate it back, and sledgehammer it back in, like that, and then it's solved. And the third and hardest last layer case you could get is this one, where you have 2 edges that have the colors matching on one side, and then one that doesn't have that. And this case is basically a combination of the previous 2 cases. So basically to solve this, you would hold the edge that doesn't have any matching colors in the back, and then you do that algorithm I just showed you to flip these 2 edges. And then you have this case, which you can solve pretty easily like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this Pyraminx tutorial. I hope it helped you out if you're trying to learn how to solve a Pyraminx. So yeah.